Many people opt to make Vancouver their permanent home since it is consistently ranked among the world's best cities to live in. At least a dozen distinct districts make up the city, and each has its own character and set of things to do. So in this video, we hope to share 14 of the best Vancouver neighborhoods to live in. But before we share the list, here's a disclaimer. As some of these videos date back to 2016, you may assume that the respective areas have flourished since then. However, the main characteristics and charm of these neighborhoods are still there today. We hope you'll find a neighborhood on this list that you'll want to call your next home. So in no particular order, let's dive into the list. Number 1, Carousdale.
Hi, I'm Fiona Forbes. I host a TV show called Fiona Forbes on Shaw TV, Vancouver. This is my dog Chewbacca, and today we are taking you on a tour of my old stomping grounds, Carousdale. We're here on West 41st, where there are tons of great shops and restaurants. One of my favorites is Hills of Carousdale. It's been around since 1914 at this location since I was a teenager, and it is one of my favorite places to shop. And we're inside Hills, where they have tons of great clothes. I get lost in here, and just a little bit of family history. Two of the kids started a little pop-up shop in here called Blue Ruby, which you might be familiar with. And Brian Hill started another little pop-up shop called Aritzia, and they are currently taking over the retail world. Thomas Hobbs Florist is another mainstay here in Carousdale. Whether you're an avid gardener, want some flowers, or just some great tchotchkes for your home, you can find them right here. There's so many great things in here. Great floral displays. You can get anything in here custom done. Special occasions like weddings is something that they're famous for, and it smells great in here. Carousdale is parallel to Shaughnessy, and Shaughnessy is the most expensive neighborhood in Vancouver, so you can imagine real estate prices here in Carousdale are quite high, but still they do have a lot of rentals, a lot of condos, and a lot of new developments going up. But Carousdale is most known for its single family homes, and currently where we are in 2015, they are going into multiple offers for multiple millions of dollars. I think a word that's synonymous with Carousdale is quaint, and we're on the West Boulevard right now, where you'll find a ton more great shops, and one of my favorites, it's actually Chewy's favorite, is called True Carnivores, and it's a specialty store for raw dog food, pet treats, and a whole lot more. So Chewy and I are going to take a step inside. So they've got all sorts of raw foods here, and everything is without added ingredients. It's local, so you know what you're actually feeding your dog, which is why I love coming here. And the staff is also super knowledgeable, so if you have a picky dog like mine, they can convince you to buy things like lamb tripe or trachea, and they'll eat. Carousdale is about a 25-minute drive from the downtown core, but really easy to get to by transit as well. The Arbutus bus takes you right here to the main intersection we're standing at, which is at the Boulevards and West 41st. And of course, West 41st is the main thoroughfare for a lot of buses, so it's really easy to get from A to B. Carousdale is a very family-friendly neighborhood. The vibe here is really great, and what I love about it, it's a real community too. They have farmers markets, Carousdale days, tons of stuff for the young and old. Hope you've enjoyed my little tour of Carousdale. It is such a nice community here in Carousdale, so do come and check it out.
Number 2, South Canby.
I'm Alicia Tobin, and I'm a comedian living in Vancouver. My neighborhood is South Canby, and I love it here. I've lived here for years, and it has everything you could possibly want. Beautiful cafes, mountains, and the ocean's just down the street. Beautiful old heritage homes. Welcome to South Canby. So this is Pronto Cafe. It's one of the greatest places to come for dinner or lunch in the neighborhood. Let's go stuff our faces. I'm sitting with the owner of Pronto, Angela, and I'm going to ask her a few questions about her amazing restaurant.
We try to do everything here. Nothing is emptied out of a can.
Why South Canby?
Well, I live in this neighborhood, and I've lived in this neighborhood for over 20 years, and I know this community, and I know the people in the community.
One of the things I love about eating here is that it's multi-generational. So I'll come in, and there will be children, and people on dates, and seniors. Lots of diverse groups of people live here, families, single people, professionals, lots of family dogs, friendly cats. I can't really say that I've lived in a friendlier neighborhood in Vancouver, and I've lived in every neighborhood in Vancouver. So this one's the best. It's also very central, and we have the train stations at either side of South Canby. We get around in lots of different ways. You can get a car to go, you can cycle. I walk almost everywhere, and the Canada line runs right along Canby Street, so it's so easy to get downtown in a jiffy. And I think that a lot of people still have cars in the city, but we're trying to go as car-free as possible. The architectures really vary. There's beautiful houses that were built almost 100 years ago. The house behind me is one of my favorite houses, and if I could buy a house in Vancouver, it would probably be this one. The houses in this neighborhood range from about $1.5 million to $2 million, and I do not have that money, but I do rent, and I live in a beautiful suite in a home, and it feels sort of like I have my own house. I used to rent an apartment on this street, and the woman who bought it for $400,000, and that home just sold for $2 million 5 years later. So that's what the housing market is like here. We just visited Lemonade Gluten-Free Bakery. It's my favorite bakery in the city. I'm about to tuck into the newest thing that they have, which is a vegan chocolate passion fruit tart. I'm so excited because there's no added sugar and I can't get in trouble for eating that. So good. So we're at the top of Queen Elizabeth Park. The views up here are spectacular. If you're thinking about moving to South Canby, this is one of the greatest things we have, this gorgeous park. But we also have amazing transportation centers, bakeries, great shopping. You'd be so happy here, and it's such a friendly little place.
Number 3, Main Street.
Hey there, I'm Jody Vance from Breakfast Television on City, and I am a born and raised Vancouverite and very proud to show you around Main Street. This is one of those neighborhoods that's very much up and coming. Lots of families, kids, pets, great eats. You don't have to live in a fixer-up road here, but you can, or you can go new construction. When you come around to Main Street, you're gonna find yourself at Queen Elizabeth Park and Riley Park and Nat Bailey Stadium. There's some beautiful places to go right here on Main Street. So just steps off of Main Street, you can find classic Vancouver character homes that are really heritage homes. They've been upgraded, refurbished, and often have multi-units. So you can find a place to rent or you can own a whole house. As far as transit goes here on Main Street, the downtown bus, well, it comes every 10 minutes. In fact, here's your bus. Quick trip to downtown. When it comes to walkability, getting to where you need to go on Main Street is easy. It's central. So what type of people are in the community on Main Street? It's all walks of life, all incomes, and all situations in life, whether you're single or you have a young family or maybe you're retiring. It's a melting pot in the truest sense of the word. You can find Sun Sui Wa, one of the best Chinese dim sum restaurants in the city. Sully's Bagels, right across the street. The Acorn vegan restaurant that just opened up will take you to Tapas 23. The food, you're gonna love it. Come in.
Jody Vance is here. Jody's here.
Look at that.
It's called the Bombas, which is a pork belly. Albandingas, meatball on top of a brioche.
Okay, I'm going in. That is delicious. To Main Street.
Main Street.
How do you follow this up?
Tapas 23 Classic, the paella. Chorizo, clams, mussels. Dig in.
That's a reason to come here, right there. I'll be busy eating at Tapas 23. Bye-bye. There are many things that you can get here on Main Street, and even if you ever need a disco ball, trendy bucks. So Main Street in Vancouver, that little corner of Canada that's got something special. Character homes, new builds, great restaurants, tons of retail, multicultural, and really close to wherever you want to be. Downtown, you're close to everything on Main Street.
Number 4, Fraser Street.
Hello there, my name is Nicole Oliver and I am an actress on the big and small screen, and you may have heard my voice in a couple of cartoons like My Little Pony and Littlest Pet Shop. Well, today I am on Fraser Street, which is one of my favorite neighborhoods in Vancouver. So come along with me, I'll give you a little tour and I know it'll be yours too. Vancouver is very health and fitness oriented, and this business, Commodity Juicery, definitely fits that bill. It's just in a soft opening now as part of a new development, but let's go check it out. Know what? I want something healthy, but it is good for me, but tastes good. Ah!
There you are.
What is it?
So this is made with our organic cold pressed apple juice as a base.
Yeah.
Then strawberries, coconut oil, coconut flakes, apple, and love.
Love. Yeah, that's why I love this neighborhood. Thank you.
My pleasure.
See you again. Oh, so good. Batal Bakery and Cafe is one of the newer businesses on Fraser Street, and it's quickly become a local favorite. Let's go check it out. Hi, how are you? Good. I desperately need an Americano, please, and a loaf of the market bread, and I'm gonna take one of these bad boys right there. To die for. No calories. I'm lying. I buy all of my bread here. Really good. See, hard work deserves a treat. The neighborhoods around here are going through lots of changes. There's tons of renovations going on. Single-family homes are now becoming multi-unit dwellings, and homeowners, because homes are pretty expensive around here still, it is Vancouver, often have rental suites to help them pay the mortgage. So you know what? Lots of rental places available for renters too. This neighborhood is busy, but while there's tons of cars, everything you need is within walking distance. There's restaurants and grocery stores and cafes and hairdressing shops and a high school and elementary school. This neighborhood has artists, business people, hot singletons, and families of all shapes and sizes. So really, this neighborhood can be anything that you want it to be. Getting here and getting around here is super easy, whether it's on foot, in one of the many bike lanes we have, in car, car to go, public transport, or even in a taxi. So as you can see, Fraser Street has lots of things to do for everybody. It is a fantastic neighborhood and one of my favorite places. So really, there is no excuse for you not to come on down and explore it yourself. And now I am gonna go do a hot yoga class to try and burn off all the goodies I had today. Thanks for being here with me.
Number 5, Commercial Drive.
All right, welcome to Commercial Drive. My name is Todd Talbot, and I'm the host of a show called Love It or List It Vancouver, and I'm gonna bring you on a little tour of one of my favorite parts of the city. This, my friends, is Commercial Drive. There's lots of action going on, so let's get started. Come on, there's so much to see. We don't have time. Come on, see if we can keep up. Seriously, come on. So here we are in one of my favorite neighborhoods. It's called Granville Woodlands, and the heart of this neighborhood is Commercial Drive, or for people who live here, it's just simply called the Drive. One of the coolest things is the real estate. This is one area in the city that we have a huge stock of heritage houses and heritage commercial buildings, but we also have spectacular West Coast contemporary homes like this that are being built in this area. You can see on the other side of the road, you've got row houses, kind of New York style. You've got low-rise condos being built, mostly 4 stories. There's a huge condo boom in Vancouver, but in this area, you barely see any condo buildings at all. And in fact, the community has fought against any of that densification. So this neighborhood, it's a great opportunity to rent as well as purchase. And when people move to this neighborhood, they rarely move out. If you want to find one of the coolest neighborhoods in any city that you go to, follow the artists. And here on the Drive, no exception. In fact, there is a huge creative vibe here, both live theater, art, music, everything. And behind me, you can see the York Theatre, which was originally built in 1913, which is a really old building for Vancouver. It's been beautifully restored and is now the anchor to the lower part of Commercial Drive. One of the things that people love about Commercial Drive is the vibe, and that's made up of the people. It's a melting pot of all different ages and cultures, and it just creates such a dynamic atmosphere to be in. Steps off the Drive is Victoria Park, and they've just renovated the whole space. They've got these great bocce courts. They're playing some mean bocce ball down there. You've also got all kinds of options in terms of transportation. You're on a major bus route, down Hastings, down First, down Broadway. You can ride a bike downtown. We're like 10 minutes away. Right here, one of the best and cheapest sushi places in all of Vancouver, Britannia Sushi. You gotta check it out. And then, oh, wait a second. And right next door, if you go to the Reef, which is a Caribbean restaurant, Johnny Cakes. You're not gonna eat anything else. It's basically cornbread and flour dunked in boiling oil. It's insane. Mentioning coffee on Commercial Drive is a bit of a cliche, but frankly, I need one. It's absolutely amazing. Whoops. This actually used to be my kitchen, away from my kitchen. I own the house right around the corner, and while I was renovating it, I used to come in here and eat too much. Oh, that looks good. Thanks for hanging out. We covered a lot of ground. We went up and down the drive, and now we're going to finish things off with a cold beer at one of my favorite little microbrews. Cheers. Thanks for hanging out.
Number 6, Strathcona.
Hi, my name is Crystal Lowe. I'm from Vancouver, and I'm here to talk to you about Vancouver's newest and most exciting part of its city, Strathcona. So one of the most important things to me about moving into a new neighborhood is my coffee. It's very, very, very important. This is Matchstick. It's in Strathcona, and the coffee is fantastic. So what I love about Strathcona, and there's so many things, is that right now is the time to buy. And the reason why is because we're finally taking this incredible land that we've been given and making it into something even better. You have mountain views in the background. And still some industrial stuff, but that's where everything begins. Just recently I got a phone call from 2 of my brother-in-laws. Yes, not 1, 2. Both extremely excited because they were buying pre-built condos in Strathcona. You can have a house like this that still has character and doesn't look the same as everything and is really changing, and that's what I love about this neighborhood. Transportation is fantastic. Being on the main drag here on East Hastings, a bus is pretty much going to go by every 10 minutes. If you're looking for a quick way to get around, you can always jump on our SkyTrain, but Vancouver is known for being a walking and a biking city. This is Strathcona Park. It is an essential part of Strathcona. If you have a dog, this is the place to be. On any given day, you'll see a bunch of dogs running around. If you're looking to move here with a family, if you want your kids to have a real park with real grass, this is where you're gonna find it, Strathcona Park. I'm a huge fanatic of fresh food, and I'm trying to learn how to grow my own, and this is the perfect spot for it. New condos, and what do you have in the back? Just your own gardening plant where you can go and plant all your own vegetables and eat whatever you want from your garden in the city. Another reason for Strathcona, I am in La Casa Gelato, and there is 218 flavors of gelato and sorbet, and this is the best day of my life. It's really good. So if you are looking for mountain views, parks where your kids can play, fantastic coffee and great eats, Strathcona is the place you need to invest. Thanks for coming with me on a little tour of Strathcona, Vancouver's diamond in the rough.
Number 7, Mount Pleasant.
Hello everyone, I'm Erin Sevilla. I'm a reporter with Global BC and Entertainment Tonight Canada, and this is my home. I live in the heart of Mount Pleasant, which is a funky little neighborhood just outside the city, but close enough where you're still part of it. Before, there was really nothing here, and once the community center was built, things really changed. You start to see a lot more families, there's a public library. What we're becoming most known for here in Mount Pleasant is our amazing restaurants. Lots of indie spots, great beautiful restaurants, actually pubs as well. This is our town cafe. This is my local coffee shop. I come here, and I'm not exaggerating, every single morning, unless I'm out of town. Could I have an Americano, please? Yeah. Run long, thanks. I get it run long, but in a mug, so I kind of break the rules a little bit. Well, I was looking for a seat, and this is another thing about our town. If you get here a little bit later in the morning, it's slammed. So, luckily for me, right next door, my husband and I run this little small real estate brokerage, and I think it's okay that I can bring my coffee over there. So let's go. So when we first moved to the neighborhood, there definitely wasn't as much action here real estate-wise. Now a lot of young families are moving into these older homes, fixing them up, and creating this real community feel. Well, this is basically what I do every single day. I take my 90-pound mutt Lenny to the park. Technically it's called Guelph Park, but all the locals refer to it as Dude Chilling Park. It also has a really cool community garden that was just put in a few years ago. This is basically what inspired the name Dude Chilling Park. As you can see, it kind of looks like a dude chilling Well, I love Mount Pleasant because it's just close enough to the city that you can feel the energy, as you can see. I mean, it's right there, but it's far enough away that when I want to come home and relax and be away from it, I have that option as well. Well, I think Mount Pleasant is a good place for anyone who loves variety, diversity, and a little bit of edge.
Number 8, Falls Creek.
Hi, I'm Julie Kim, comedian. We're here in Southeast Falls Creek, just outside Vancouver's downtown core. I'm going to take you around today to some of my favorite spots, both indoor and outdoor, and I'll show you why this is one of my favorite neighborhoods. So this is one of my favorite spots to stop on the seawall. I call it the patio of the seawall. It's a big wooden sort of walkway, and you can enjoy the plants and watch the dragon boaters and boaters on the water. And there's even a bunch of seats here. These spinny seats are fun. As far as getting into and around Falls Creek, there are several options. You can take the SkyTrain, bike, walk, run. There are also water taxis, or you could buy your own yacht. We love coming here to the off-leash dog park, or as the dogs like to call it, the gated community. It's a great way when you live in the city to let your dogs off-leash and let them just run around and expend their energy. There are a lot of new developments in the area, mostly low rises, some medium rises as well, for rent and for sale. There are a lot of unique setups here as well. There are several brownstones and townhouses that you can access straight from the ground floor. You'll find tons of amenities here in the area. Sit, sit, stay. I'll be right back. We're here at Legacy Liquor Store. They've got a gigantic selection of beer, wine, and liquor. They also have a lot of special events happening, including this whiskey tasting right now. Hi, guys.
Hi. How you doing?
Oh, you're actually talking to me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's his truck.
You're not supposed to pull that face.
Oh, yeah.
Wrong face.
I hope you've enjoyed exploring some of Southeast Falls Creek. Lots of great things to do, lots of great people to see. Come check it out sometime, and I hope to see you soon.
Number 9, Granville Island.
Hey, how's it going? My name is Roman Danilo, and we're on Granville Island. This is a place I come to work. There's a lot of nightlife on Granville Island. We've got theater, we've got comedy with the world-famous Vancouver Theatre Sports League right here in the Improv Center. Let's go check it out. This is sort of the cast of players that perform here. Oh, that's me right there, that's my face. You can come see all these people whenever you want, right here on Granville Island. This is the theater itself right here, if you come take a look. We got some of the actors, they're warming up for a show. Here's a good spot you can kind of see where Granville Island is situated. First of all, that's the iconic sort of Burrard Street Bridge. And just across the bridge, of course, is downtown. Condos and whatnot in the background. This is the Falls Creek sort of area closest to Granville Island. It's a really great place to live in the surrounding areas of South Falls Creek, which is all these townhouses. And then over the water here, we've got the tall buildings in North Falls Creek that are attached to downtown. It's as central as you'd want to be, and yet it's still kind of looks like this everywhere. Not bad, Vancouver. Getting to and from Granville Island and Falls Creek, you can walk. It's actually a very walkable city. That's what's awesome. I walk all the time. And a lot of people cycle. You, of course, can take the Aqua Bus and the different ferries just across the downtown. Oh, that's the Aqua Bus coming in right there, leaving right now. I'll talk to you guys later. I don't think anyone actually lives right on Granville Island itself. There's people here working on the island, but a lot of tourists, of course, come to check it out. But then there's locals that come and just shop and pick up whatever they need. We're just in front of the Granville Island Market right now. It has all different manner of tasty, fun treats in there, baked goods. We're here right now, right by the concrete factory. Emily Carr University. There's really just so many things going on here. You got the art galleries, another theater performance space. I've done some fringe shows there. And then you got the beautiful Granville Island Hotel. Water and fire have come together and met right here. I've eaten at the restaurant a number of times. Whenever anyone comes to town, I recommend this hotel. They know me. It's awesome. Hey, how's it going? This is the dockside patio. It has been voted the #1 patio in Vancouver several times on Granville Island. Enjoy.
Number 10, Kitsilano.
Hi there, I'm Sarah Daniels.
Yes, you are, and I'm Philip Doolin, and we are the hosts of Urban Suburban.
We also happen to both be realtors. We've both worked for over 10 years selling residential real estate throughout the Lower Mainland.
Yes.
And today we are here in Kitsilano.
We're going to go on a nice little tour of Kitsilano.
Let's do it. Nice, very nice. Look at that. I mean, you got to pan out and take a look at that. That is just insanity. This is our harbor.
Well, sis, as we both know, Kitsilano defines multicultural. There are every types here. There are professional couples, there's young families, there's people living well beyond their means. All right, sis, you know what this view's called?
Dog Beach View.
No, it's called Kapow. I mean, look at this.
We're talking multi-million-dollar homes here. Now, even though they look like relatively small homes, and as you can see down the street, we are right across the street from the water.
The one thing about the urban centers, price of convenience means you're going to get to know your neighbors.
That's right, Philip. Some of these homes are single family, but a lot of them are duplexes and triplexes.
Well, Sarah, one of the greatest things about Kitsilano, lots of rentals. If you want to live by the beach, it's affordable.
Yeah, there's still a lot of buildings that are completely rental in the Kitsilano area.
This is where you want to be. Convenience, the shopping, the beer, the wine, the pubs, the restaurants. It's all here, right on 4th Avenue.
It's a super convenient neighborhood. In fact, if you're very close to 4th, you can take the bus directly downtown.
The well-known 7 Seas seafood.
Wild halibut burgers, wild sockeye burgers, prawn cakes. All these things you can just take home and have yourself a gourmet meal. Do you see what I see behind me?
I see what I see.
And that is a fantastic restaurant. That's one of the best-known food trucks in the Lower Mainland, and it's here in Kits right now. Throughout Kitsilano, you pretty much got it all. Beautiful place to live, shop, and work.
I know, and it doesn't rain. Or
Okay,
does it?
that's wrong.
No,
That's
it does?
wrong. It does rain.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Just
but
not
it doesn't today.
Number 11, Yaletown.
Hey, I'm Corey Sevier. I'm an actor, and we're down here in Yaletown, which is actually one of my favorite spots to hang out when I'm in Vancouver. And now we're going to go on a little tour, so come check it out. This is basically the heart of downtown. There's tons of amazing condos. I actually used to stay at one that's literally a block up there. One of the other cool things about Yaletown is if you're a sports fanatic like I am, you have the BC Place and the Rogers Arena within walking distance. All right, so I'm from Toronto originally. So I shouldn't say this too loud, but this is where I come to watch the Leaf games. But if any Canucks fans are around, I'm out of here. You know, what I find really interesting about Yaletown is you have a mix of all these like restaurants, and then you have like a lot of health stuff, so spas, and there's a lot of great places to work out around here. So we're walking on Mainland right now, which is one of the main streets. The next one up is Hamilton Street also. If you want to get your hair done, I could use a bit of a trim myself. All right, here we are outside of Chasers, and I kid you not, this is my new favorite place. I'm here about 4 or 5 times a week. Oh yeah. Urban Fare, awesome grocery store. We're in the Gorham Bros hat shop. I think I found the one.
It'll last a little bit longer, and it's really, really comfortable. So we have.
Oh, nice. I was just checking out a pair of jeans here at Mavi. What I love about Yaletown is just a lot of really good shopping. It's a pretty cool area. So this is the Roundhouse Community Center. It used to be an old railway station that they converted. One of the other cool things, everything in Yaletown is totally accessible. Like you can walk everywhere, there's bus transit, you can drive, or you can take the SkyTrain, which is right here. It's the Yaletown Roundhouse Station. You can get on here and it literally takes you in 22 minutes to the airport. Here we are, just riding the SkyTrain. Well, the escalator. And this has got to be by far my favorite part of Yaletown. The water, the harbor, the pathway that goes all the way along the seawall. Pretty hard to beat.
Number 12, Gastown.
Hey, I'm Casey Jo Los. I'm a local radio host and personality, and we're right in Canada's historic Gastown. It's a little rainy, but it's not going to dampen our spirits. We're on the corner of Canby and Water here in Gastown, in front of the world's first steam-powered clock. It blows its whistle about every 4.5 minutes. I swear, every time I come past here, there's always someone taking a photo of it. check out these historic cobblestone streets. I absolutely love it. The vibe, you can feel it here in Gastown. This is one of my favorite spots in Gastown. You've got Chill Winston and Gilton Company right here on the corner, a great spot for live music. I have a lot of friends that have lived in some of these places. They're gorgeous lofts. A lot of people do rent here in the neighborhood. One thing that's really cool about Gastown is a lot of people live above the storefronts. So you're actually right in the heart of everything. Everything's super accessible, right at your doorstep. So Gastown's got a lot of historic buildings, but also new residential developments. Check out how crazy this is. Meet one of your new neighbors, Gassy Jack. He founded Gastown back in 1867. He was a sailor. A lot of people that live in the neighborhood are super creative and artistic, although you don't have to be. I love this place, Revolver. It has the most delicious coffee. A lot of creative people come and work out of the coffee shop, self-employed. You're always gonna meet and connect with somebody interesting here. Hop on the bus, grab your bike. Gastown's super central to all the other neighborhoods and communities, but everything is at your doorstep at the same time. Hey, speaking of my ride, here it is. One of my favorite spots right here is the float house. They're a sensory deprivation tank. You see nothing, hear nothing, taste nothing, smell nothing. It's a crazy experience and I love coming here.
Floating is basically about 10.5 inches of water with 900 pounds of Epsom salts, and you can float as long as you want.
First time that I went in here, it was crazy. My calf muscle completely unlocked about halfway into it. I don't even realize how I'm tensing my muscles all the time.
Yes, it's probably one of the healthiest things you can do.
All the amenities you could want. The Simon Fraser University downtown campus is here. They've got the Vancouver Film School in the neighborhood, coffee shops, grocery stores, retailers, everything you really need right in this location. We're inside the Woodward's atrium, super cool area here in Gastown. You can connect with your neighbor, hang out with friends, do some errands, whatever you need to do, and play some basketball at the same time. It's almost not fair that we don't have enough time to show you all the amazing things about Gastown. So maybe you want to come check it out for yourself, experience the city, experience the vibe, and maybe you'll love it so much that one day you'll move here.
Number 13, West End.
Hi, I'm Erica Sigurdsson. Welcome to the West End. Welcome to my home. The best part's probably the view. This is beautiful English Bay, where every summer they have the Festival of Lights. Over here we see the edge of Stanley Park. The seawall runs right along here. And here we see downtown Vancouver, the business center, and right here is my hood, right down in the West End. We've got new condos that are going up. You can rent, you can buy. Last spring, my husband and I sublet our apartment to a couple who had never thought about living in the West End before, and they ended up loving it so much that they bought an apartment in our building. So that's just a testament of how many people come to the West End and absolutely fall in love with it. So you visited where I live now. I used to live in that building. I also used to live 2 streets over and up 1 street. I've lived in the West End for 12 years. I absolutely love it here. And now I'm going to show you one of my favorite places to go, the Sylvia Hotel. I come here so often, mostly for the view, also for the wine, that they let me host an annual Oscar party. So if you're in town in late February, join me and pick your winners. Check out this view. So here we are on the beautiful Stanley Park seawall, and on most days of the year you can find joggers, walkers, cyclists, people out with their babies. And one fun fact, we are North America's most densely populated neighborhood. So you can just imagine when the sun comes out, this is packed with people. Now I'd like to introduce you to some of my most aggressive neighbors, the English Bay Seagull. If you do come out here with some French fries, make sure you keep your elbows up. Oh, hi. Just hanging out with the Laughing Men. This was a temporary art project that was donated and bought by Chip Wilson, the founder of Lululemon. And I don't know about you, but I don't think these pants were meant for everybody. Welcome to Davie Village. This is known as Vancouver's Gay Village. There's tons of amenities on Davie Street. We've got restaurants, as much sushi as you could ever want, and grocery stores. Everything you need is within walking distance. Although I love the West End because almost everything is within walking distance, sometimes you do have to leave. I live on the Comox corridor, so we have a bike lane, so you can get all through the city on bike lanes. But if you need to get a car, we have this handy Car2Go, which is car sharing, which I'm a member of. Thanks for visiting me. Bye.
And number 14, North Vancouver.
Hi, my name is David Osted. Play soccer for the Vancouver Whitecaps. Welcome to my neighborhood. We're in beautiful North Vancouver. I'll tell you a little bit why I love this place. It's got fantastic scenery. It's a great place to walk, to enjoy nature, and you're still close to wonderful downtown Vancouver.
We're walking on top of Cleveland Dam right now. And this is where I love to take the family and the dog for a little bit of walk. It's a great place to hike, and the scenery is amazing. So I get over here as often as I can. We're walking in North Vancouver. We're on the street there where I live. This is a great neighborhood. You can both rent and buy here. There's great transportation to downtown, and it's got a great family vibe. A lot of young families with kids. It's a fantastic place to live. We're in Edmonds Village, at one of my favorite spots, Windsor Meat Co. They make an addictive sandwich in here. Come on in. Hi, I'll get the roasted pork belly sandwich. So here we are, my absolutely favorite sandwich, the roasted pork belly. I come here a little too often, but yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. Let's have a bite. So good. We're at Lonsdale Key Market, which is an absolutely great place to go. You get smoothies, get a little bit for the sweet tooth, a nice place to sit and have a coffee. It's a nice place to go, sit with the family, and just enjoy all the amenities. Right behind me here is the Sea Bus. We'll easily take you over to the downtown so you can enjoy that as well. I've showed you a couple of great spots that I absolutely love about North Vancouver, and we ended up here in Lonsdale Key, and now we're at the perfect spot to end all this. Thanks a lot for hanging out with me. I hope to see you in North Vancouver soon.
So that's it for Vancouver's best neighborhoods to live in. We hope you learned something from each neighborhood, and if you want to see more videos like this, tell us in the comment section below which city you'd like us to cover next. Also, make sure to subscribe to our NextHome channel for more real estate and lifestyle content across Canada. Thanks for watching and see you next time.